If you don't love Baton Rouge, that's because you don't know Baton Rouge. If you don't know Baton Rouge, you're about to. I'm Brandy B. Harris. This is Love 225. Welcome to Love 225, where we are all about the color and culture of the capital city. And this week, we've got some sweet music, some sweet treats, and some super special guests. Let's get straight into it. We're hitting the trail ride with one of the kings of modern zydeco, Sean Ardoin. The Grammy-nominated artist sits down with us to talk about Creole culture and the music that he loves. He's especially proud of his work with his latest album with the alum, the Golden Band from Tigerland. Yeah, you can't wait for you to hear how the Grammy-nominated album was first created. Then we're getting social and talking influencers. Yeah, Jordan Basham is a queen of social media things. Her Instagram account, where2go225, is where she shares the best places to eat and local businesses to visit here in Baton Rouge. Can't wait for you to hear this conversation. Plus,
oh yeah, take a big chunk of it.
later in the show, it's that time of year, y'all. Festival season is here. Every weekend is something different here in South Louisiana, which means tons of festival food. So we'll talk about some of our favorites. Can't wait for all of that conversation. That's also to come on Love 225. Plus, Jailyn Tamia is putting people on. At just 22 years old, she's been putting them into areas of influence. We're talking to the Amazon influencer about how she's teaching other people how to make money in the e-commerce space and grow their social media presence. But first, let the band play neck. That's what everybody's always yelling. Or maybe we should just let them play with their Grammy-nominated alum. The Sean Ardoin stopped by the Love 225 studio to talk about the groundbreaking Tigerland collab, the beauty of zydeco music, and his love for Creole culture.
Like I said, I don't know, moi je connais pas, like I said, we'll talk later on a charré à voir plus tard. You know, what's up, comment ça va, ça va bien, how you doing, I'm doing well,
I love that, I love that. So where are we coming from?
My brother and I had a band, and then in '99 we broke up. So since 1999, it's been Sean Ardoin zydeco, Sean Ardoin Creole and ROGK, Sean Ardoin Creole Rock and Soul.
What is it like for you to, one, have Creole music, zydeco music on streaming platforms all over the world, to be going to the Grammys with this, and to be the person, one of the people in your family keeping that legacy alive? What is that like for you?
It means a lot, because the music has always been something that people all over the world know about and search out. But with the advent of digital platforms, now it's easily accessible. It's my job, it's my drive, my mission to be a champion of Creole culture and everything Creole.
You're continuing a family legacy, but you really are extending your own personal legacy from Tigerland alum to full-fledged Grammy-nominated professional musician.
When I was in the Tiger Band, I was wishing we would play popular music. I was like, if we ever play popular music, we are gonna kill. And then fast forward to today, and the Tiger Band's playing my music. It don't get no better than that. I was like, Dr. Jones, if the Tiger Band does an album with me and my band playing my music and we put it in my category for the Grammys, we got a shot. He said, let's do it. He thought it was only one song. I'm like, no, a whole project. They realized that it was an opportunity. So 146 of them realized it was an opportunity to be a part of something special and be a part of Tiger Band history.
Do you look back on that process like, I knew that was a magical like something special was gonna happen out of that?
We had 150 people, 160 people in agreement that we were gonna get nominated.
So for a musician, a former Tiger Band alum, literally named your album full circle, what will it mean for your name to be in that envelope on Music's Biggest Night?
Oh my God. First of all, my first Grammy, and it's with LSU, that's gonna be everything. That's gonna be everything.
Some kid in Tiger Band right now who's like a young Sean Ardoin, what do you want them to get from this whole process?
I have something I call the SSG formula. See it, say it, get to work. You have to see your vision clearly. You have to see it clearly. Write it down, say it every morning, and then you have to say it every morning, every night, because you gotta see it, then you gotta say it, because when you say it, the universe or God, however you believe, has to make it happen. So don't say anything negative against it, only in the positive, and then get to work. Because if you don't work, it won't happen.
get to work. We love it. Thank you for stopping by to visit us, Mr. Ardoin. Can't wait for the tour and for all the musical selections that'll be coming up. But when we return right here on Love 225, the queen behind the local IG screen and the local IG scene, Miss Where to Go 225, Jailyn Basham, tells us some of her favorite places to visit right here in the greater Baton Rouge area. We'll have all of that when Love 225 returns. We'll be right back. I see you dancing. We're back with Love 225. I'm Brandy B. Harris, and today we're joined by Jailyn Basham, the woman behind Where to Go 225 at Where to Go 225. Make sure you follow her on IG. Jailyn, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I see you getting down with our beat. Shout out to Ayo Blue for giving us that, because it's an awesome song. But you brought treats, and before we can get into that, let's talk about Where to Go 225. I love the IG account. Tell me the story behind it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story, so I'll give you the short story. Basically, whenever my husband and I graduated college and everything, we decided to leave Baton Rouge. So we were the people that were like, we got to get out of Baton Rouge. It's time to go. So we moved to Houston, and then we were there for a few years, ended up moving back home. And then we re-fell in love with the city of Baton Rouge. Whenever we moved away, we had no idea of the great things that Baton Rouge had to offer. So we just decided to move back. And then the Instagram, when we were actually in Houston, there were a lot of Instagrams out there doing the kind of, the food scene and different things going on. And I was like, man, why don't we have something like that in Baton Rouge? So I kind of started it as a joke, and then it just took off to what it is now. So now we're a proud supporter of all things Baton Rouge.
We love it. I love it. As someone, I can definitely relate to that story. My husband and I both graduated from Southern, moved to the Midwest to start our careers. And it's not until you leave South Louisiana that you realize how truly unique and special this place is, the people, the culture. So tell me, what were some of your favorite things that you found when you got back?
Yeah, for one, the food. Finding great crawfish in any kind of state is so hard to find. So the first thing we did when we moved back was finding some good crawfish. So obviously the food for Baton Rouge, but you just don't realize how great of a culture is that we have here. So the people are the thing that keep us here.
And documenting it is a great way to really kind of highlight that story, that culture. So tell me, what's your response? What's your reaction from people when they get to know that it's you, or just by, reading their comments and interacting with them online?
It's so funny because the first 2.5, 3 years of having the Instagram, I was anonymous. So I didn't have my name on there. I didn't have my photo or anything like that. So for a long time, it's been people run into me and they're like, oh my gosh, that's you? And it's been like my best friends or different things like that. So I kept it very lock and key for a while. And now I'm getting better about putting my face to it. I believe there's so much of a great conversation to be had about Baton Rouge. And I feel like if we're open and honest, then we can, really do great things here in Baton Rouge.
Okay, so it's festival season. It's springtime. We're all sitting outside to eat our crawfish, to eat our snowballs. Give me your favorite patio settings, favorite places for outside dining.
That's one thing about Baton Rouge is that we have so many great options. But I'm just going to have to shout out Barracuda. Barracuda Tacos is brand new to Baton Rouge.
Okay.
And they are killing the game.
Why? Why you like Barracuda?
The environment is so awesome. There's fans outside. It's plenty of room for everybody to kind of spread out and still be, listening to music, do different things like that, enjoying a good cold margarita.
And tacos. You can't go wrong with tacos.
The tacos are incredible. But then there's so many OGs. Like Building 5 has been around for like 4 or 5 years now, and they have a great outdoor patio. And that's one thing is we don't realize how many great patios that we do have here. So we really do, we need an ongoing list somewhere. I guess I should do that. But we need an ongoing list because there's a lot of great options out there.
Is there a little known place that you think people really need to get wind of? I know for me, it would be Dang's, family-owned Vietnamese spot on Florida. I feel like it's the best small dining place in Baton Rouge. Is there a place that you can think of?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. That's so hard because I love different categories of food. But Smoke Bayou is out there. That guy's doing awesome barbecue, and he's in a house right now. But there's so many great hidden gems in Baton Rouge, especially you drive anywhere along Florida Boulevard. Yeah. You're gonna find some awesome food out there.
And then you are my kind of friend. You didn't come here empty-handed. You showed up with sweet treats. Tell us what we have here.
Yeah, so Brouhaha, if you don't know, they are the cake ball place in Baton Rouge. So they also have a cake ball that's called the 225. I think it's called the 225 cake ball. And so I had to bring y'all some. I had to show y'all some love.
Okay, well, we're going to get a quick taste of this. When we return, would you rather chicken on a stick or would you rather funnel cakes? We're going to take you to some local festivals. Quick cheers on this. Cheers.
Oh yeah, take a big chunk of it.
Yum, yum. We've got to look at food at all of our area festivals. Then we're talking to one young woman who's making her presence known among influencers. That's all coming up on Love 225. For today's installment of Red Stick Greasy Spoon, we're going to the fairs. Whether it's frozen or popped on a stick and deep fried, festival foods serve us all of our favorite cravings. And the unofficial food of fairs and festivals all across the country, funnel cake. And down at the Ascension Parish Fair, some people stood in line for a chicken on a stick. Others wanted to taste one of the 10 flavors of funnel cake that stole the show: Oreo, strawberry, apple pie flavors, and more. Our special guests are going to stick around to discuss this sweet treat and talk about our favorite flavors. But that's not the only festival food, obviously. Everything can get deep fried. You see kids out there enjoying hot dogs, fried chicken on a stick, fried Oreos, butter on a stick, all kinds of festival favorites that everyone gets to enjoy. And we have all of our favorites. I don't know if I enjoy everything that's fried on a stick, but it is fun for the entire family. And joining us in the studio this morning at just 22 years old, Jailyn Tamia is a social media influencer. And now she's using her entrepreneurial skills to show other people how to find success in e-commerce. Jailyn Tamia, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So first, tell us, how did you get into social media influencing?
I've always loved social media. I'm always in front of a camera, making a video, sharing my favorite products. So it's been a long time coming for me.
And you found some success, right? You've had some different partnerships. Tell me about some of the brands and companies you've gotten a chance to work with.
I've gotten to work with Reebok, Good American, Skims, Amazon. I love Amazon. A lot of different hair companies. So a lot of brands, a lot.
And tell me, what do you think people could learn about the e-commerce space, about being a social media influencer? I mean, kind of go back, what was the first brand that you got? How did you make that happen for yourself?
I feel like the very first brand that did believe in me was Amazon. They gave me a platform as an Amazon influencer, and from there, it was tons of brand deals. There's a lot of money in social media, affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, social media marketing. It gets deep.
And you've been working with other women too. You just recently had an event to help other women become entrepreneurs. Talk to me about that. You even gave out a grant. Talk to me all about it.
Yes. So I had an event called the Game Plan Summit, and that was for aspiring and current entrepreneurs to learn more about the motivation side, the health side, because that is super important when going into a business. Just some good tips, and I had to wrap it up with a $1,000 grant. I just really feel like it's important to pour back into people that are where I was a few years ago.
So if you had tips, I know I'm on TikTok, I'm on all the social media apps, everyone wants to be an influencer, but if you had some tips, some strategy advice for people who are just starting, what would be like your know-how? What would you tell them to do?
I think the biggest thing for me was I didn't have anybody to tell me my worth. A lot of times brands won't tell you either. So this goes to media kits. When you're making a media kit, personally, don't fight me when I say this, I don't feel like you should put prices on your media kit. I just think it's limiting. You never know what a brand will offer you. So when creating your media kit, don't put that, see what they'll give you, and roll with that. And if it's not enough, you better let them know.
So go back. Let's say we've got people watching this who they're not even familiar with a media kit. What exactly is that, and how do they start with that process?
So a media kit basically shows your analytics, who you are, brands you've worked with, your demographics. It's really showing the brand what they're working with and if they would like to move forward or not, if you align with their mission and their values and things like that.
So you've got your media kit. You're giving us the tips on that. What would be the next step to building that brand out?
So you would really just start making the content, and that's something that I teach in my influencer program. Making videos, just showing what you like. Start doing the hair videos, start doing the fashion hauls and anything else you like, and brands will pick up on it and say, hey, I might be able to work with her or him.
And not just working with the brands, they could work with you, right?
Yes.
Talk to us about what you're doing. You're trying to help other people get on with these brands and with social media influencing.
So I have two big projects right now. One thing I'm doing is creating an influencer and social media marketing agency, and we will take on talent and help them negotiate deals, work on different campaigns and things like that. And I also have a summer influencer program where I take them through an 8-week program that'll teach them negotiating skills, how to create content. I even talk a little bit about bookkeeping, Google Calendar. I'm giving them the business.
Listen, all the details. Yeah. So if people wanted to sign up for that summer program, where do they need to go to get that information?
You can go to @JT Headquarters on Instagram, or you can go to my page @Jailyn Tamia. It's all on there.
All right, Jailyn Tamia, thank you so much for joining us this morning or this afternoon here on Love 225. And of course, if you want any information on Jailyn Tamia, you can follow her on all of her social media accounts. And of course, we'll bring you all that latest information as it comes up. Thank you so much for joining us. And with that, we'll be right back. And we're back here on Love 225. I'm Brandy B. Harris. And of course, we have that special segment. Our guests have stuck around for today's segment of To Be the Judge. And we're introducing our guests to some local concepts. They're going to let us know either it's a 10 or a chop. And joining us today, Miss Where to Go 225 herself, Miss Jordan Basham, and Jailyn Tamia, our local influencer. Ladies, both of our local influencers, thank y'all so much for joining us for this. So I want honest opinions, hot takes only, okay? So either it's a 10 or it's a chop. Like hard pass, okay? So let's see, what do we have up first? First, food, 10 different funnel cake flavors. You see them right there. And now we're asking y'all all about it. They had M&M flavor. I think I saw gummy bear flavor, the original flavor. Of course, we saw some caramel. We saw some chocolate. We saw Oreo flavored funnel cakes. What's your favorite flavor funnel cake?
I probably may try the Oreo.
Okay.
But I'll eat the original.
What about like a gummy bear is not getting a 10 for me.
No,
the original gets a 10 for me, but the gummy bear is a hard chop. Jordan, what do you think?
I'm gonna go classic with like the Oreo, chocolate, like that sweet and savory. That's what I'm going for.
So original funnel cakes, are we giving them a 10 or a chop? 10 for the original. And what about new special flavors, 10 or a chop?
I'm gonna say 10.
You gonna say 10?
For all of them?
For all of them? Which one is questionable?
All or nothing. I'm not eating the gummy bears, the caramel. That's too much. So
I think the caramel. Now you being shady because I think the caramel one sounds delicious. Now the M&M one, those textures just don't go together. So that's gonna be a hard chop for me. I don't know. I
have to try them all.
Okay.
I have to know.
And chicken on a stick, 10.
About it.
You giving 10? Okay, it's just chicken on a stick. But then other things come on sticks at fairs. I lived in Iowa, y'all. You can get fried butter on a stick. It's actually delicious.
No, that's going to
It's not good for your heart, but it's delicious. It's delicious. Trust me. Oh, no. So, you know, during festival season, during all of our favorite fairs, there's lots of drinking. And enough with the drinking judgment. Sometimes people want to drink. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just want a little bit, just a little taste of it. And according to Pinterest 2023 predictions, Gen X will drive a trend for drinking less. The site predicts a 220% increase in mocktails, cocktails, and low alcohol beverage options for everyone this year. Talk about refreshing. Ladies, mocktails. We giving it a 10 or a chop?
10.
10. I love it. I love it. Now, do they need to be sweet or sour?
I think you have to offer both because then you get kind of the people that want an option. So
I agree.
You agree? I'm not a lime girl. So just like lime in a seltzer, I need some agave, something sweet in it.
Yeah.
I'm a sweet tooth type of person for sure.
I can do either or.
We had an event last Thursday. It was Fort Cancer, and our #1 drink of the night was a mocktail.
Wow.
Free alcohol all night long. The #1 was a mocktail.
Pinterest predicts strikes again. They were definitely onto something. So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all like to dance?
I do.
Can you get down, Jordan?
I can't.
Let's take a look at this video. Zydeco dance, Zydeco music, very famous of Creole culture, very reminiscent of South Louisiana. People love to get down to the Zydeco music. I love to see people in their cowboy boots. I love to see that accordion and hear that Zydeco flair. We love it. So we're giving Zydeco dance a 10 or a chop?
A 10.
A 10. Can you do it though? Can you swing out? Can you do all that?
I know how to do the bunny hop.
Okay, I think we all know how to do the bunny hop. I don't know if I can do the zydeco dance.
It depends on how many non-mocktails I'm drinking.
Okay.
If we're drinking real alcohol, I get better.
If we have a real cocktail, then we all got a little personality that we can add to the dance floor, right? So that sounds like a lot of fun. Obviously, this is a little bit of lanyard for us here on Love 225. But thank y'all so much for joining us. And if everyone wants to follow y'all, where can they go to find all your information, Jailyn?
For me, you can follow me at the Jailyn Tamia. That is TheJailynTamia. And then from there, you can find everything else.
Yes, and you can sign up for the summer program, learn how to get that money, honey. And Jordan, where can everyone find your information?
Mine's easy. Where to go 225. Go is GEAUX. So if you're looking for the next place to go in Baton Rouge, there's the name, Where to Go 225.
You do not want to miss Jordan's Instagram account. I'm constantly getting my little notifications. Okay, where is she at next? So you definitely want to follow both Jailyn and Jordan. Ladies, thank y'all so much for joining us here on Love 225.
Thank you.
Y'all look wonderful. This was amazing. And with that, we'll be right back. P.S. We've got something very special here in our little neck of the woods in South Louisiana. We want to visit and highlight every single spot that showcases our extraordinary culture and the amazing people that make the 225 one of a kind. So tell us where we should go. Make sure you should go like, follow, and share the Love 225 show across all social media. Till next time, y'all have a good one.